Whoa, go on, my Crossroad family. Enough love, don't know it's Matty here. I just want to make sure you guys are hitting that subscribe button, hitting that like button. Welcome again to another week of Crossroad Online. We're going to be having praise and worship by Lindsay and then a message by Adam, aka Taco. Share the link with your friends, your family, anybody you know that would enjoy this wonderful message. Enough love, God bless, and peace.
to be lifted high. All I want is for you, you to be glorified, you to be lifted high. All I want is for you, you to be glorified, you to be lifted. Yes, all I want is for you, you to be glorified, you to be lifted.
Hey guys, welcome back to Crossroad. Hope everyone's doing well and keeping safe. So today we're going to talk about identity and why it's important to know one's identity. So the definition of identity is pretty simple. It's who or what we are. And the weird thing about it is that it kind of leaves us with a question. Who are we? What are we? So God actually answers that for us in the first chapter of the Bible, Genesis 1 verse 27. And it says, "So God created man in his own image. In the image of God, he created him. Male and female, he created them." So what that really means is that we are God's creation. We're his children. So what happens when we forget our identity? What happens when we lose track of who God says we are? For a good example of what happens when you don't know your identity, we're going to look at the prodigal son's brother. So let's quickly recap what happens in the prodigal son. And it comes from Luke 15, verses 11 to 32. So there was a father, and he had two sons. And the younger son, he just wanted his inheritance. And he just wanted to get away and just party it up. So his father just gave him, was like, "Here, take the money, do what you need to do." And the younger son went away. And in probably a short time, he spent all his money. And he got so desperate that he actually became a pig feeder. And it got so bad, he got so hungry that he was actually looking at the pig's food and wondering, hey, maybe I should eat that. Like, can you guys imagine that? How hungry he must have been. And pig's food is not nice. And so he decided, hey, why am I doing this when my father's servants got food? Like, he gave them food to eat and they're taken care of. Why don't I just go back home and become a servant to my father? So on the way home, his father was actually looking out for him because he missed him. And he saw him coming back and he decided he's going to throw a big party and just celebrate that he's coming back. And so now we're going to look at the older brother's reaction to that. Because when he came back to the house, he saw this big party being thrown for his brother, and he knew his brother just wasted all that money and all his inheritance. So let's go to the verses and see what happens now. So this is Luke 15, 25 to 32. "Meanwhile, the older son was in the field. When he came near the house, he heard music and dancing. So he called one of his servants and asked him what was going on. 'Your brother has come,' he replied, 'and your father has killed a fattened calf because he has him back safe and sound.' The older brother came, angry, and refused to go in. So his father went out and pleaded with him. But he answered his father, 'Look, all these years I've been slaving for you and never disobeyed your orders. Yet you never gave me even a young goat so I could celebrate with my friends. But when this son of yours, who has squandered your property with prostitutes, comes home, you killed the fattened calf for him.' 'My son,' the father said, 'you are always with me, and everything I have is yours. But we had to celebrate and be glad, because a brother of yours was dead and is alive again. He was lost and is found.'" Why was the brother so offended? Would you have been so offended if your younger brother came home? Or would you have just been, throwing a party along with your father and just celebrating? But let's focus on why he was so angry. He was so angry because he knew that all this time he stayed with the father. He worked for his father. He gave his father no trouble. And now, the trouble of the younger brother is coming home after wasting all that money, and they're throwing this big party for him. So how I see it is that he actually forgot his identity, like his father told him. He forgot that he is also his father's son and that he is loved as much as the younger brother is. Even though in that moment he felt like he wasn't worth it. He felt like his younger brother is worth more, even though he hasn't been given the father everything that he has. So guys, we need to remember that our worth comes from God and what he says we are. We're his creation, we're his child, and he loves us so much. He loves us so much that he actually gave his one and only son for us. So let's not look towards each other or our grades or our work or our Instagram posts to find our worth or our identity. Our identity comes from God. And when we remember that, we'll treat each other so much better, we'll love each other so much better, and we'll do such great things with each other. Alright guys, stay safe.